somebody has an RV going. I don't know, man. Sometimes you leave work and I don't know. So much on my mind. Life as a 21-year-old in 2025 is crazy. It's like you're either worried about money, life, relationships. Are you doing the right thing? You know, what's the way? Honestly, I couldn't tell you what the way is. I mean, I put my focus on God, but, you know, I don't know. One of my big things right now is, like, I'm not sure, you know, saving money for the future, but also experiencing life while you're young. And the concept of playing it safe while you're young is something that I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like, yes, but how much do you miss out? Like, you're supposed to be young. Like, what stories are gonna be able to tell your kids, your grandkids? Something I think about a lot. And especially leaving, like, a work day like today, you could just tell everybody's so tired of it. You know, the rat race, the 9 to 5. And then you get on your phone, you see the gurus, you see the people that are selling the courses, and you're just kind of like, damn. And then you ask yourself, you know, is it luck? You know, what is it? Like, you work yourself to the bone all the time. You say, all right, I'm gonna put in even harder work, and then you wonder if it's gonna pay off. And then there's times where you just go so hard all the time, and quite frankly, it doesn't pay off. And that's the very hard part. And even if it's a micro, but then I have to remind myself that, you know, there's the micro wins. You know, you work hard, but you make that extra money. But then you have to ask yourself, you know, at what cost? Cost of not spending time with your family, your significant other, you know. You know, that's a constant thought I have in my mind, is the harder I work, the more I focus on my career, the more I focus on my hobbies, my passions. At what cost is it to my significant other, my other half, you know? You know, she's my favorite person. So it's, I don't know, it's just food for thought. And it's always these thoughts, right, when you get in your car on your way home, that I feel like the thoughts are the deepest. It's either sometimes I'm playing music and I'm going crazy, and then other times it's I'm deep into thought. Little Audi, John? Lowered Audi? I've seen that around. Take a guess. This Corvette, is it an old person or a young person? Go. Comment right now. Comment right now. Right now. Oh, it's a young person. I didn't expect all that. Corvettes are give or take. But yeah, I didn't want to start the video off with sad thoughts, but it's definitely food for thought. Just think about it. You know, think about the last time when you were driving home, what was going on in your mind? What were you thinking of? Because I sure as hell feel like I feel like as men, we constantly think about everything, every situation. That's a big semi. That's a very big semi. We constantly think about, you know, how fast can we take this corner? AC on, it's fucking hot in here. I got no fuel, skirting the tires. What a day. You know, it's always food for thoughts, you know, I don't even know. Honestly, I'm yapping. I feel like I should just let the car do the talking, but then other times I kind of just use this as a diary just to talk about what's on in my mind. You know, a lot of what's been on my mind is money. Like I can't lie, that's like 90% of my thoughts is money. And I almost hate that so much because I never leave room for the other things I'm passionate about. And I don't know if maybe it's just me, but the more I focus on money, the less it's there. And I know they say don't chase money, but then, you know, how are you supposed to balance the two to focus? You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm just a 21-year-old kid just trying to figure it out. You know, you make the next decision hoping it's the best, and sometimes it turns out, and this turns out great. Other times, no. And you know. But, you know, this is a fun sim course, you know, no hezzy server. This is a very fun no hezzy server. Yeah, and I don't know, and I just got the car tinted. I don't know, which are you guys' thoughts? Fully blacked out. I got 15% all around with a 5% strip. My boy Jaden hooked it up. Absolutely amazing detailer. DM me if you would like his info. Yeah, there's always two sides of going home. There's the, you know, the dark thoughts of what goes on to the next day, and, you know, the decisions you have to make, and then sometimes it's party, let's go, you know, blasting music, windows down. Today I'm feeling a bit of a combo of both. My next move and my next plan, but I'm trying. This is an amazing game. Absolutely amazing game. Love this game. The fact that this thing hits 14 pounds of boost like nothing, it's crazy. I don't know. That's my food for thought today. I kind of want to treat this like a diary. You know, what goes on in my mind. Obviously I post a lot of different content, but I feel like, you know, on the way to work or leaving work, it's a great way to make some content. Wow, it is beautiful out right now. I definitely am gonna do a more in-depth of what is done to this car. I've added a few things since. If you can't tell, it's just a tad bit louder, and definitely can hear that intake a lot more. I need to clean my car. I always keep the outside clean, never the inside. Well, okay, I wouldn't want to say that. Like, it's not like I got garbage and everything. You know, I got a water, I got my coffee. But, you know, I got a few cans rattling around. That's fine. You know, gas down to E. But that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I'll get gas here in a little. But yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. And I hope my thoughts are a spot for the comment section, is a spot for you guys to talk. You know, men and women, everybody, share your thoughts of how you feel, what goes on in your guys' minds. You know, it's an open conversation. And I'm not necessarily looking for you know, cheer up. I'm just looking for I just want to see conversation. I want everyone to bounce their ideas off of each other and be a community, be there for each other. But I hope you guys have an amazing day. I am gonna go for a drive, probably film that too, maybe a toge run, get some gas. But I hope you guys have an amazing day. I love you all. Please like, subscribe, helps more than anything. And I will see you guys in the next video.